Yo, Counter Attack Podcast and myself, Daps. Guys, keep liking, subscribing, sharing, all of that good stuff. Right. It's been a bit of a quiet day today, I think, in terms of transfers. So there's not really much to really go on by. What's really been happening? I think, Sesko. Sesko's an interesting one. Let me start by saying that Sesko's an interesting one, just in regards to where he's going to end up. You know, it's sounding like it's between Newcastle and Manchester United. If he does go to Manchester United, that would be such a horrible window for Newcastle. And you're looking at people like Elanga, who's gone there thinking, you know, we're going to be playing with Isak, we're going to be bringing in more people and, you know, investing in the squad, and it's just not really happened. I don't think they've really brought in anyone. Instead, they've actually just been getting pied left, right, and centre. Do you know what I'm saying? People are just rejecting them. People are trying to leave them. You know, Liverpool are nicking their targets and then trying to nick their main player. It's not been a great window for them at all. And if Sesko was to leave, if Sesko was to choose Manchester United over Newcastle, that would just be the icing on the cake outside of Isak actually leaving. So, but it's interesting because I really hope they don't get him. And the reason why I hope that they don't get him is because I feel like if Newcastle don't get Benjamin Sesko, I feel like it will just force them to just force Isak to just stay and just turn down whatever money, you know, is coming their way, because they won't be able to get a replacement. Do you get what I'm saying? So, but I can't see that happening. You know, Isak looks like he's already agreed personal terms with Liverpool. It looks like that's been done for a while now, and they're just waiting for Liverpool to just, you know, bid. And if Manchester United were to get Benjamin Sesko, then that would be a really good, in terms of attacking wise, that would be a really good window for Manchester United. Bringing in Cunha, bringing in Mbeumo, and then bringing in Benjamin Sesko for Manchester United with no Champions League, that would be a good window for them. I still think they need midfielders. I still think that they need a good centre back, and obviously the goalkeeper. So with Manchester United, I don't think things are gonna magically overnight gonna change. But I think if Man United, they can get top 10, and I think if Ruben Amorim can tweak certain things and not be so stubborn to his formation, if he can do those things, I think Man United can finish top 10, which is crazy to even say about Manchester United. But obviously last season they finished 17th maybe. So, but yeah, there's lots to do, but they have actually bought well in the attacking areas, especially if they do get Sesko. But also what's interesting is that I'm seeing that there's a bit of a goalkeeper merry-go-round going on. So Donnarumma, his contract expires next year, which is crazy. I didn't know he only had a year left on his contract. And it's looking like right now they're not, you know, agreeing terms in terms of a new contract. And they've even, as in PSG, have even gone to go out and get the Lille goalkeeper, where they're trying to get him. 40 million euros is looking like it's going to be. And they see him as a very, very good keeper, you know, who would be back up to Donnarumma. And if Donnarumma does go and he doesn't sign a contract, then they'd make him number one. And so if they can't find a solution, according to Fabrizio Romano anyway, it's looking like they're gonna just let him go. And Manchester United apparently are one of the potential suitors for Donnarumma. I don't know how much truth there is in that. You know, he's obviously Champions League winner, you know, French league winner. He's won stuff with Italy. I don't know how much of it is true that he'll end up going to United, but those are the rumours. And if that was to happen, but trying to get a suitor for Onana would be difficult, I think, because he's not had the best of times at Manchester United. I think his reputation before was decent. I think Onana's reputation in world football right now isn't what it was, obviously. So they will struggle to get a team that was willing to pay his wages and pay whatever transfer fee United will put on for him. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Garnacho is yeah. So Garnacho is being linked with Chelsea, and Chelsea might just get Garnacho. At this point, I just have to see what at the end of the transfer window what Chelsea's team is, because I just feel like they're always linked with people. They're buying this people, they're buying that Hato defender, Xavi Simmons. They want Garnacho. You know, they've got Liam Delap that's coming, Yao Pedro that's coming. At this point, I just don't know what's going on, and I think we just need the league to start. But listen, it's going to be a good league. I said this in the last video. I feel like this Premier League season coming up is going to be a very good season. I think all the big boys are just going for it. And I feel like there's going to be a surprise. I hope it's not Arsenal in terms of a team that's just going to fall off and just not be playing well. Hope it's not going to be Arsenal. I don't think it's going to be Arsenal. And speaking of Arsenal, they need to just get this Eze deal. If this is a deal that Arsenal want to get done, they need to just get it done. Get it over the line ASAP. Because, you know, we're hearing from sources that Eze wants to join Arsenal. He's excited, you know, with the possibility of joining Arsenal. But Arsenal and Crystal Palace need to agree a fee. And from what it looks like, Arsenal ain't trying to pay the release clause. And if that's the case, look, Arsenal, just get the deal done. Just get the deal done. And I know, you know, you want to get the best deal possible, but I think sometimes, especially in these cases, like to haggle over 5 mil here, 6 mil there, it's just not worth it sometimes. Well, it's worth it if you get it done, but sometimes you just have to just pay the money. That's why Liverpool have been good in the transfer window. Liverpool have just paid the money for the players that they want. Just pay the money, get it done, and just get it over the line. And Arsenal need to do that sometimes. And it's annoying when I see that, you know, with the Madueke thing, they just paid the money real quick, got that deal done. But for other people, it just drags on and just drags on and just drags on. And obviously, like I said, if you get the player, you know, great, and it worked out. But, you know, sometimes it's just more ag than needed. Like, get him embedded into the team, you know, before the start of the season, get some pre-season friendlies under his belt, and then just get the ball rolling. Do you get what I'm saying? And if Eze was to come to Arsenal, that would remove so much of the creative burden away from Odegaard, and it would maybe even free him up to get back to what he was before last season. Because before last season, we saw what Odegaard was on. He was scoring goals, he was creating chances, and I feel like the pressure was too much on him last year in terms of he probably buckled under the pressure, which isn't good enough. But if you got someone else that can take that burden away from him, then, like I said, Odegaard can maybe get back to what he was, and also just maybe we won't have such high expectations of him if you know the creative duty is shared amongst the team. So yeah, that'll be an interesting one if they get Eze. I honestly just do not want Liverpool to get Isak. I think that's the main thing. Every day I wake up hoping that there's going to be a way that they don't get him. I just need one more season with him at Newcastle, because it's just too much right now for me to handle. Liverpool are already champions, already investing X amount into their team. Like, come on, it's too much. But obviously, that's wishful thinking, and they're probably going to get him, most likely going to get him. And if that is the case, then Liverpool are going to be on stuff. You know, it looks like Diaz is going to go. Diaz is going to be a big blow for them, to be honest. I think that's going to be a huge miss for them. They're probably going to reinvest that money in Isak, but also they need another winger if they're going to replace him. Nunez looks like he's going to go as well. So, you know, Liverpool are investing money. And what's good about Liverpool, in terms of from a Liverpool point of view, is that they're actually getting money in for their players, top money that they can just go and reinvest straight away. So, yeah. And I'm seeing people talking about how much Liverpool are spending. Liverpool didn't spend any money last year. Last year, Liverpool didn't spend any money. They bought Chiesa in. I don't know how much that was for. It might have even been free. I can't even remember. But they bought Chiesa in. Outside of that, they spent no money. So they've got that money saved up. Then they've got the money from winning the Premier League. Then they got money from competing in Champions League. Like, they've got money to spend. And they're not holding on to it, trying to haggle. They're spending that money, and in a big way. So, yeah, man, fair play to them, man. But I don't think there's anything else to really talk about. Let me see. Let's see what David Ornstein is saying. Let's see. So Sesko's asking price is 75 million euros guaranteed at add-ons and percentage of future sale. Well, so the fee expectation communicated to suitors for 22-year-old striker. So apparently Newcastle are well aware of this, and they're okay with it. They're just weighing up their options. I think Man United have obviously been made aware of it. Jarrell Hatto, Ajax, 4 hours ago. Total agreement fee above 40 mil euros. Pending green light, 19-year-old defender to travel to London, and he can play left back, so he'll be back up for Cucurella. Cucurella is going to sign a new contract, looking like, and it's funny because when he first went to Brighton, I would never have thought that. I mean, when Cucurella first went from Brighton to Chelsea, you never would have thought that it would go on to become as successful as it was, because he had a horrid time when he first started, and he's just grown to become this defender that is just become reliable for them, one of the first names on the team sheet for them, and I've mentioned it before, one of the biggest wind-ups there are, but fair play, he's become a good player, and he's looking like he's going to be rewarded with a new contract, one that he's happy to sign, and obviously Chelsea are just happy to have him. So Jarrell Hatto coming in will also provide cover for him, as well as be able to play left-sided centre-back. So looks like a good move. Apparently he's really good. I've not seen much of him, but apparently he's good. Aaron Ramsdale keeps getting all of these like Premier League moves. Do you get what I'm saying? He'll get relegated, get Premier League. Relegated, Premier League. Arsenal, Raya comes in, he goes, but Premier League. Relegated, Premier League. Like he just keeps getting all of these moves every year. And I don't understand. I think people see that he's maybe a good keeper, but at some point, I feel like if you keep getting relegated with all of these teams, once, twice, yeah, but when it keeps happening time and time again, I think sometimes teams might look at you and think, nah, you're part of the problem. You're actually part of the problem here. But it hasn't happened with Aaron Ramsdale yet. People keep buying him, keep seeing him as this top keeper. I'm not saying he's a bad keeper or anything, but his reputation doesn't seem to have taken any hits because people are still getting him in, and now he's gone to Newcastle. But yeah, it doesn't really look like there's anything else that's really happened today. I think it's just a waiting game. Everyone's just kind of waiting on the big moves to happen, the Isak stuff. So yeah, that's it really. Newcastle exploring Lucas Paqueta deal. Oh, that should be interesting. But yeah, man, that's it for me. We are out.